We're really excited to be here in Iceland at Greenhouse. The music that we wound up recording for this album was done a combination of ways, but it's based on improvisation.
That's the core, I would say, of our meeting, that we thought that it's nice to go on a ground that is not safe.
You may have the same end goal and the same end feeling, but the way you get there is completely different.
In the beginning, when I started, I was a lot of times surrounded by people where I was carrying all the weight, and I suddenly realized I want to actually exchange with people that have in a similar way a strong opinion about things.
I thought I could maybe be more a part of the creative process from the start. Different, at least from what I tend to do when I'm working with people whose music is already completely formed, and I just fill it in a little bit. We made a really big point for ourselves of not coming into the sessions with an idea of what we want out of them. It's a matter of leaving it all open so we can be really creative, and having really no expectations. And that doesn't mean having low expectations or having high expectations. It just means not having this plan.
The biggest surprise was actually ping pong balls. They actually represent the whole idea of playing with a prepared piano, because they have a randomness in it, they have spontaneity, they influence the sound, and they have a visual aspect. So that's, for me, three things that are very important.
All right, do you want to do some stuff at all?
There's always a basic track that we began with. Most of the time we recorded that initial track simultaneously, but sometimes one of us would record by him or herself, and then the other would come in and record something over it. Pretty much everything is just as it came. It's not very doctored, and it's just the two of us playing.
The album is produced by Valgeir Sigurdsson.
Valgeir was terrific. He has a wonderful musical voice already of his own, and he gave us the freedom in the studio to just do whatever we felt like.
He releases records, he is a sound engineer, and he's a musician, and I think all these levels are important to judge things as they come out, you know.
It's very exciting to think that before we stepped into that studio in Iceland, they didn't exist, and when we stepped out, we had a record. I'm really curious to see how people receive this record. For us, it's a meaningful body of work because it represents over 2 years of rehearsal and finding our musical way towards each other to a place where we could meet.
I like the fact that there's so much light this time of year here. It just kind of takes off the pressure. You don't feel like you're stuck inside for all the good hours of the day. You can go out and take a walk at 11 at night if you want.
Yeah. I learned I have to make a decision at some point, and then I release it.
It has to be done sometime.
It has to go out.
I'm not sure I completely know where the stuff that I'm doing is coming from. It just kind of appears like it's supposed to be there. Like it just kind of, it's like, okay, here I am, play this, and so I play it.